Viewer discretion is advised.
Highway 16 cuts across northern British Columbia in long, lonely stretches. Forest presses in from both sides. Mountains rise in the distance. Towns are separated by hours of empty pavement. For decades, women disappeared along this road. Some were hitchhiking. Some were walking. Some were simply trying to get home. The media called it the Highway of Tears. By 2010, the name already carried grief. But what no one realized was that one of the men responsible for adding to that grief wasn't a drifter. He wasn't passing through. He was local. He was young. His name was Cody Legebokoff, and he was barely out of his teens. Cody Alan Legebokoff was born January 21st, 1990. He was raised in Fort St. James, a small forestry town in northern British Columbia. It's the kind of place where everyone knows each other. Logging and construction form the backbone of the economy. Isolation is normal. Growing up in Fort St. James, Cody played hockey like many boys, where the game is fast and physical. Teammates and parents later described him as competitive and aggressive. Cody lived with his parents. He attended local schools. He graduated. He worked construction jobs. Former classmates described him as quiet, immature at times, socially awkward, not especially popular, not especially threatening. He blended in. And sometimes, blending in is the most dangerous thing of all. By 2010, he had a truck, a job, freedom of movement, and familiarity with remote logging roads. Most people never drive after dark. He also had something else: social media access. Loren Leslie was 15 years old. She lived in Fort St. James. She loved music and writing. She was expressive and social. Like many teenagers, she spent time on Nexopia, talking with friends, and sometimes people she didn't know in person. Loren was legally blind in one eye and had limited vision in the other, but she was independent and outgoing. In November 2010, she began communicating with Cody Legebokoff online. Court evidence confirmed they connected through Nexopia before meeting in person. On November 27, 2010, Loren left to meet him. She never came home. That same day, RCMP stopped Legebokoff on Highway 27 near Fort St. James after seeing his truck pull out of a rural side road. He was speeding. He appeared nervous. There was blood on his clothing. His explanation wasn't making sense.
Maybe just tell me, take it from the top, like tell me what's, this whole thing, I don't know if I'm getting the story right or not, but just tell me what went on tonight, you know, in terms of your hunting activities.
We were hunting deer. We shot a couple grouse too.
Okay. So I'm gonna need some more details on that though. Like, so who were you with?
My buddy.
What's his name?
Thomas.
Buddy Thomas?
Yeah.
Is he from Prince George?
He's from Fort, but
Fort Fraser or Fort St. James?
But he lives in Prince now.
Oh, okay.
Officers also found blood on a pipe wrench and a Leatherman.
Okay, so if we run this blood, if we do a forensic match on it, we're gonna find out it's deer blood, right?
I guess so, yeah.
You guess so.
It obviously is.
Okay.
I told you what happened.
All the blood. So the blood on a knife, on a pipe wrench, all that will be deer blood. Okay. Okay, because I'm just trying to give you every opportunity. If there's something more to the story, to let's do it now before we spend a bunch of time and try to sort
he said you just wanted to ask me a couple questions, and then I'd probably be on my way.
Yeah.
Like,
well, the story seems odd, Cody, to be honest with you. Like,
well, obviously it seems odd, right?
I mean, I've never really encountered anybody that would just go out and kill a deer, beat it with a wrench, throw it in a truck, and then go and dump it? Like, why not just leave it there in the first place? Why would you?
It was on the road.
Why not drag it off the road? Why?
I don't know.
We
We just put it in the truck.
Either tonight or tomorrow, if we talk to Thomas, is he going to tell us the same story?
Probably not.
No.
I'm just being honest with you. He's probably not going to say it.
Yeah.
He knows it's illegal.
Yeah. So, you didn't. There's a little bit of blood on your Leatherman jewel. What's that from?
Cut it?
Oh, you said a minute ago you didn't cut it?
No, cut it.
Oh, cut it?
Yeah.
Cut its throat?
Yeah.
Okay. Why did you do that?
To kill it.
Okay, so shooting it and beating it on the head didn't kill it, so you're cutting its throat now?
We just cut it. Okay. I'm not saying why we did it or what happened, but...
He also had Loren's belongings in his possession. Officers had a hunch and followed footprints from the roadside into a wooded area. They located Loren's body nearby. He was arrested and charged with first-degree murder. He was 20 years old. After Cody Legebokoff's arrest on November 27, 2010, investigators did not stop at the logging road. Within days, police obtained a search warrant for his apartment in Prince George. What they found inside would shift the entire investigation. Inside the apartment, investigators collected biological evidence, including DNA samples, along with clothing, personal items, and digital devices. Forensic testing would later reveal something deeply disturbing. DNA evidence connected Legebokoff not only to Loren Leslie, but to other women who had already disappeared earlier that year. One of those names was Natasha Lynn Montgomery. Her remains had never been recovered, but forensic evidence from the apartment tied her to him. Another was Cynthia Frances Maas, and then, through DNA comparison, the investigation reached back even further, to a 2009 homicide that had gone unsolved, Stacey Stuchenko. What began as the investigation of a single murder was now unraveling into something else entirely. 3 additional victims, a pattern spanning more than a year, and a 20-year-old suspect whose ordinary life masked a calculated series of crimes. The apartment search didn't just strengthen a case, it transformed it. Investigators were no longer looking at an isolated tragedy. They were looking at a serial killer. Stacey Stuchenko was 35 years old. She was last seen on October 9th, 2009. 4 days later, her body was discovered in a gravel pit on the outskirts of Prince George. At the time, there was no identified suspect, no arrest. Just another name added to a growing list of unsolved deaths in northern British Columbia. Natasha Montgomery was 23. She was a mother. She was last seen on August 31st or September 1st, 2010. She never came home. Her body has never been recovered, but during the search of Legebokoff's apartment, investigators found forensic evidence tying her to him. Despite the absence of remains, the evidence presented at trial was enough to secure a conviction. For her family, justice came without physical closure. Her absence remains unanswered in a way that is uniquely painful. Cynthia Maas was 35 years old. She was last seen on September 10th, 2010. Her body was found in October 2010 in a wooded park. Court reporting summarized that she died from blunt force trauma and penetrating wounds, including severe injuries to her neck and face. After Loren's arrest, DNA linked Legebokoff to Cynthia's murder as well. 3 women, 2009 and 2010. Then Loren, 4 victims within roughly 1 year. In June 2014, the trial began. On September 11th, 2014, the jury convicted Cody Legebokoff of 4 counts of first-degree murder. 5 days later, he was sentenced to life imprisonment with no eligibility for parole for 25 years. The judge also added him to the National Sex Offender Registry due to sexual assaults committed during the murders. He became one of Canada's youngest convicted serial killers. 4 names: Jill Stacey Stuchenko, Natasha Lynn Montgomery, Cynthia Frances Maas, Loren Dawn Leslie. The arrest on Highway 27 solved more than one crime. It exposed a hidden pattern, a young man who blended in, a series of murders that unfolded quietly between 2009 and 2010, and a region already burdened by loss. The Highway of Tears remains, and so do their names. Thanks for watching, and take care of yourselves.